Zayn lost his title on Monday, so obviously Cody Rhodes is the number one contender. Royce Keys is the anti-Oba Femi, losing to Jimmy Uso, and no shade, I actually do like Jimmy Uso, but I know that Triple H is not going to push the dude, so it's like, should he have lost? Should Royce have lost to Jimmy? And then Baron Corbin, he's back and attacking the U.S. title division, and okay. Welcome back, Baron. I guess. It was a very random surprise. Not a good one, not a bad one. I mean, I was surprised, but I was just like, what is Baron Corbin doing, interfering and breaking up these two, Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams? It was just weird. It was a weird surprise. And then we had Alexa Bliss and she's cannon fodder now. Cannon fodder Bliss for Charlotte Flair. If you want to get at Charlotte, just beat up her bestie. That is now Alexa Bliss's official role. She has fallen into the Io Sky best friend trap. And then Gunther beat up his boss. All right, let's do our one take, one shot SmackDown review where we review SmackDown immediately following the show. You get my gut reaction. And if you want this belt right here, you can win it. You see, I'm giving it away, people. I'm holding a contest because I'm trying to quit the day job. You see, some of us can't just walk in and put our bosses in a sleeper hold, and we have to find other ways to pay our bills before we can quit. So, at 30,000 subscribers, I'm going to give away this belt to entice you to subscribe to this channel so I can quit my day job and you can win. You can win. How do you win? All you got to do is comment below and subscribe to the channel. It's not a toy. It's a replica and it can be yours. So, we have CM Punk. He comes out, he acknowledges the Sami Zayn crash out, which I did do a video of. Sami Zayn, after he lost his title, he completely crashed out. It was an epic promo. If you watch yesterday's video, go to yesterday's video, and you can see my complete breakdown of it. And Sami Zayn is just like, he don't deserve it. He's dropping F-bombs. They even replayed it. It is a masterclass promo. Absolutely loved it. And he acknowledges it. I heard what you had to say, Sammy, and if you want a title shot, you got one. And then CM Punk proceeds to run down a bunch of lists of who he feels is probably worthy of a title shot. He says Royce Keys, he says Gunther, he says Finn Balor, he says Sami Zayn, and then Cody Rhodes comes out. Cody Rhodes comes out and he looks at CM Punk and he says, "How's your eye?" Because I guess he has a black eye from the fight with Sami Zayn, and it's kind of a parallel of the night after WrestleMania when Cody came out with the title to CM Punk. And now we have the same scenario here, but now CM Punk has the title, and Cody's like, yeah, it was bound to happen. And CM Punk's like, yeah, that's why I probably subconsciously didn't mention you earlier. I figured this was going to happen at WrestleMania, but I don't think we can avoid each other any longer. And Cody's like, yeah, I don't think we can either. When I was, last time we did this, the night after WrestleMania, I said, just say win. And then CM Punk is like, win. And then it's like, all right. SummerSlam. And then Nick Aldis, who was in the ring, saying that he's back from being dismissed or relieved of duties. He's back as GM. He just walks up and says, all right, people, this is your match. And then we get a handshake. Ooh, a handshake. Can't wait to see this match. Maybe they do 2 handshakes at SummerSlam, one before and one after. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for those handshakes. Handshakes of doom. That should be Cody Rhodes' new finisher move, just a handshake. We'll call it the respect. Sorry. This is why one take one shots are dangerous. Cause I can't edit any of this stuff out, but it's like, come on, guys. If CM Punk would have taken that handshake and put him right into a go to sleep, I would have forgiven everything. If we would have got heel CM Punk right here, but no, we got I'm a fighting champion CM Punk, and it looks like he said he was gonna fight on free TV, and maybe we will get that, but he didn't. We do see CM Punk later in the evening. He talks to Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae, and he's like, what is this? What are you guys doing? I remember Johnny wrestling. Let me get some Johnny wrestling. And Candice is like, Sammy was the only one who paid any attention. We had hope. And CM Punk's like, you had hope for 9 days? So, yeah, that was CM Punk and Cody. We're going to get them at SummerSlam. Now, I don't want to compare them to on the level of Hogan versus Warrior, but at the end of the night, a match is set up that did give me some Hogan Warrior vibes. And I get it. They're not on that star power. I do understand that. But we are getting the face of the company versus the face of the company. You know, the baby faces of the company. Roman Reigns, yes, he is the face, the real face. But he's also kind of like, is he a heel? Is he a face? I don't know. So, yes, we got the two top baby faces, pure baby faces going at it. And we'll talk a little bit more about that at the end. The next matchup, we will have, after this, we have a promo with the baddies. I really like the baddies when they do a promo. It feels very natural how, like, Jade will talk, and then it goes to Meacham, then it goes to B-Fab, then it goes right back to Jade. I think they cut a really good promo. They have really good chemistry together, to be honest with you. I know a lot of people didn't like how they kind of just, like, nonsensically came together, but I gotta move my microphone a little bit, how, like, it was just like, oh, they were feuding, and now they're best friends. But as a whole, they are very good together. They are very good together, and they've been able to make Jade Cargill very strong even after losing a belt and a U.S. title shot. Speaking of which, the U.S. champion, Tiffany Stratton, and Rhea Ripley not on the show. Now, Tiffany Stratton has been showing up. Where's Rhea Ripley? And don't say, oh, she's injured. If she's injured, then take the belt off her. Or do something with her. And you might be like, well, like, you don't say that about Liv Morgan. Yes, I have, actually. I've said that many times, that Liv Morgan's title reign sucks because she's not defending her title. And the thing about Rhea Ripley is, though, her character literally calls people out for not defending the title. Therefore, you can't then make her not defend the title. It's her character. If her character literally calls people out, like she was with Jade Cargill before WrestleMania, saying, you're not defending your title, and then they proceed to not let her defend her title, well, that is like, I don't know if I would say a plot hole, but it doesn't track with her character. So strip her of the title, and then, I don't know, make her just win it back the moment she gets back. It's just, you can't have Rhea calling people out about not defending her title, and then she doesn't even show up, and we don't even know. They haven't even said anything about Rhea. They just pretend she doesn't exist right now. We're 3 weeks away from Hot WrestleMania. Stole that term from Simon Miller. It's like, say something about Rhea. Say something about her. Mention her. Name drop her even. She's probably going to get involved and attack JC Jane when JC Jane and Fatal Attraction, they fight Nikki Bella, Brie Bella, and Paige. That was announced for Saturday night's main event. Fatal Influence act like their debut was awesome, which their debut was awesome like 3 months ago, and they have totally like just thrown a bucket of cold water on Fatal Influence. Man, I'll tell you what, they should have just like pushed them to the moon. But those four are fighting at Saturday night's main event. Now we go to the first match of the night. It's Tama Tonga versus Finn Balor. Tama Tonga is making a big deal how now the elders are telling him what to do. He's like, I beat Shinsuke Nakamura. Now the elders are telling me to handle everything from my past. And Finn Balor and Tama Tonga, they are part of the Bullet Club, the original Bullet Club in New Japan. They have themselves a match. Now, this was kind of a no-win situation unless there were shenanigans, and there really wasn't. So Tama Tonga lost, and it's a head-scratcher because it's like they're trying to build up Tama Tonga as this guy who's like doing the bidding of the elders. And you got Finn Balor, who just came to SmackDown, and he needs a bunch of wins as well, and then Finn wins. And it's like, okay. I mean, are they setting up Tama Tonga versus Finn Balor? What's the end game for Tonga Low? Not Tonga Low. Tonga Low is the GOAT. Tala Tonga, the tall one. It's like, I was just like perplexed. It seems like we're pushing Tama to be like a high mid-card guy. I don't think he'll ever get main event, but I was thinking he was going to be like a high mid-card guy, but it looks like he's a low mid-card guy. And if he's a low mid-card guy, he's a low mid-card guy, but it seemed like we were going to do something more with him. I'm not advocating Finn Balor losing, but I was perplexed that, like, I don't know, not even it's like maybe throughout the match because Tonga just starts beating Finn Balor up with a chair or something. I don't know. That's what happened. Finn Balor, he won. He will bump into CM Punk later and say, "Hey, champ, nice to see you here." And that's about it. We'll probably never pay that off. We have Gunther does go up to Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis is on the phone with Sami Zayn. And Sami Zayn's like, and Nick's like, "Hey, I let you have a mental health day. And you asked for it." So Sami Zayn is definitely a heel because a babyface wouldn't ask for a mental health day. He just wouldn't. And Sami Zayn using that. And I like that they at least explained why Sami Zayn wasn't there. And I do like that CM Punk did explain, like, him and Nick Aldis have been negotiating a contract for CM Punk to come to SmackDown. So that was kind of explained how they could just jump CM Punk to SmackDown so quick. Although they're not explaining how Jacob Fatu and Jimmy Uso can just come to SmackDown. So sometimes they explain things and cover their tracks, and sometimes they just put their heads in the sand like an ostrich, and hope that we don't notice. And then when you do notice, you get called a nerd. Shut up, you nerd. No, I'm not going to shut up. I've been called a nerd since I was like, "Excuse me, but why do the next generation Klingons have like ridges on their forehead, but the other one don't? But then when we go back in time, they have ridges, but the original series Star Trek don't." I've been called a nerd for so long, it doesn't fit. I wear it with a badge of honor now. So, anyways. Royce Keys, but anyways, Gunther comes in and he says, you got to the end of the night to make this right. I want CM Punk, I want Cody Rhodes, I don't care. I want a chance at this title. Royce Keys and Jacob Fatu and Jimmy Uso. Jimmy goes to the ring. He's looking for Solo Sikoa. R-Truth tried to hide Royce Keys, but Damian Priest said, "Yeah, he's here." And he's like, "Come on, Truth. We don't care about Royce Keys." And then we have Jimmy and Jacob. They're in the ring, and Royce Keys comes out. It was really forced at first. This was really forced how they all did this. Jacob Fatu was like, don't talk about the OTC. The fact that Roman Reigns is both babyface and heel, I feel is like really hurting Jacob Fatu. I think we need a complete heel Roman Reigns to then allow Jacob so we can order Jacob to do really bad heel things. But because Roman's a babyface, he can't really order Jacob to annihilate everybody. So Jacob is kind of like, he kind of just has his hands tied a little bit. I think we need to turn Roman fully heel so we can get the best out of Jacob, because it does feel like his wings have been clipped and he's not the same, Tongan death grip Jacob just from like 2 or 3 months ago. He just kind of stands there. Anyways, Royce Keys is talking to him like, "Man, loyalty makes family, not blood." And then Jacob's like, no. Jimmy's like, "We're going to give you a beatdown." Jacob says, "No, we're not. You are." And then Jacob walks away. We have Jimmy versus Royce Keys. And at one point, when the ref back is turned, Solo Sikoa, really funny, is like, Jimmy's like, "Time out." And then Solo gets behind him. He's like, time out. And Solo attacks Jimmy. This distraction, though, or this attack allows Jacob to then come down. They all get distracted. Jimmy will spear Royce Keys and pin him. I think Jimmy is better in the ring and on the mic than Jey Uso. I really do. But Jey has a better connection with the crowd. But I don't think we should be jobbing out Royce Keys. I really don't. I don't understand that. I don't understand him losing, because we could have Royce Keys versus Jacob Fatu at SummerSlam. But he's losing to Jimmy, so it's just weird. Jacob will attack Solo. He puts him in the corner, has a chair around him, about to do the, I don't know, the butt bump into the corner, and he stops, and then he says, Solo, you're coming to Raw this week, and if you don't, I'm not going to stop next time. And then Royce gets in his face, and he super kicks Royce. So now the family bond of loyalty has been broken, and that's the Bloodline. It's like the Bloodline needs to pick a lane. They need to pick a lane. They're not even tweeners, all right? They're not even tweeners. It's like sometimes they're really just despicable and horrible, and sometimes they're not. Some of their characters are despicable and horrible over there, and sometimes they're just baby faces. And what else we got here? Jade. Jade versus Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss exists just to further Charlotte Flair's character at this point. Like, Jade looked past Alexa the whole time. There was a distraction that allowed Jade to pump kick Alexa Bliss, and she will like do the Jaded on her. 1, 2, 3. Charlotte will try to protect her, but eventually we get the spot where they hold Charlotte in the corner, B-Fab and Meacham, and we have a really nasty looking chair, like, it's not breaking her arm. Alexa Bliss is double jointed, but so she just looks really bad. And Jade beats her up. And she's like not crying, but crying. And Charlotte is upset that her friend got beat up. Yeah, so like I said, this is what we did. This is what we did with Io Sky. She got beat up while they held Rhea Ripley right before Mania. So we're doing that again. Again, where's Rhea Ripley? We have Trick versus Melo. Melo now has a furry belt. I think this is going to be very divisive, this belt. I think people are going to love it or hate it. I did like it, though. I thought, I just like really unique things. Not going to lie, it kind of looks like a caterpillar, like one of those fuzzy caterpillars, or maybe the U.S. title belt spoiled and got all fuzzy. But that said, I actually liked it. I liked it. Little Yachty gives him the belt. And they go to the ring. We have ourselves a match. Melo and Trick, they have very good chemistry. I think Melo could fight anybody or could wrestle anybody. And Trick Williams and Melo probably have the most chemistry together because, you know, they were in NXT. They've wrestled and they were probably had a lot of tag matches, all these things. So, like, good stuff here. And at one point, Baron Corbin just attacks, and it's like weird because it's not like it's a surprise. It's not a bad surprise. It's not a good surprise. It's just like what is going on here? Why is he attacks Trick? He attacks Melo, unless he's with Ricky Saints. If he's like Ricky Saints' bodyguard, that would totally work. Like if Ricky said, "Hey, Baron Corbin, I would've got you because A, you're a big dude, and B, you know the WWE, you can help me get to the top." And if Baron Corbin is just kind of like, I don't know, his Little Yachty, then that would be kind of his like a cross between Little Yachty and Big Sexy Cool Diesel, then that would work. That would work really well. And Ricky Saints is really good when he has someone to play off of. And Baron Corbin actually could play off of Braun Breaker really well. So like I think that would be a good pairing right there. Maybe kind of sort of. But it was weird. He grabs the belt. He makes it clear his intentions that he wants the belt. I'm going to be honest, I'm not a Baron Corbin fan. I don't hate him like I hate Bill Goldberg, but I don't like Baron Corbin at all. I've never been really entertained by the guy. And I'm not saying like, oh God, I hate that he's back. I just don't care, honestly, that he's back one way or another. But I know that a lot of people have said in the business that Baron Corbin is very underrated. So, you know, I'm happy for Baron Corbin that he's back, but I could care less. But then again, if him and Ricky, that might be something. Then we go to the main event segment. It's going to be Gunther. He calls out Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis comes out. Nick Aldis says, "You got your wish. You're going to be in a ring with CM Punk and Cody." And Gunther's laughing. "And your tag partner is going to be Sami Zayn. You're fighting at Wrestle at Saturday night's main event." This reminded me of, like I said earlier, there's two baby faces, Hogan and Warrior. On a Saturday night main event before WrestleMania, those two had to team up to fight Mr. Perfect and the Genius, Lanny Poffo. And at some point, there was miscommunication, and Hogan and Warrior really went at it. That's probably what's going to happen here. honestly, Sami Zayn and Gunther might be a really funny pairing. Like, Gunther, the straight guy, Sami, the not straight guy, you know, the funny guy. I think those two might have some good chemistry together. Don't discount it. Sami Zayn and Roman Reigns, who would have thought that would have been a beautiful pairing? So maybe Sami and Gunther could work too. But yes, this did give off that WrestleMania vibe of two baby faces, a Saturday Night main event tag team match. And that's not even, I'm not saying that as a bad thing, I'm just saying that's what it reminded me of. And then Gunther went and destroyed Nick Aldis. He put him in sleepers. He beat him up. And in reality, he should be fired, but you know they're not going to do that. Nick Aldis is going to want something out of this or whatever. In the real world, he'd be fired, but no, it's going to be something. He beat him up so bad that Cody Rhodes comes out. His music hits. Cody starts running down or taking off his... I don't know what he was doing. He started coming down, and then the show ended. So we'll probably get a clip on Monday or Friday about what happened after the show. But yes, that was SmackDown. That was SmackDown. I don't think this was a bad SmackDown at all. I wasn't like, oh my God, this is the greatest SmackDown of all time, and they made some very questionable decisions. I'll just give it a 7. How about that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I didn't hate it. That's basically a ringing endorsement nowadays. I didn't hate it. So, boys, girls, I didn't like Royce Keys losing. Did not like that. I'm not even the biggest Royce Keys fan, but, like, I want to be. And so I can just tell, like, that doesn't help his character. Like, it doesn't help his character when you debut at the Rumble, then I don't see you for 2 months. And then you just lose almost, like, who is he beat? Who is Royce Keys really, really beat? Like, has he beat any big matches that he's been in? I don't know. Interesting how they're booking that guy. All right, boys. All right, girls. See you. Bye.